Why does it make me feel so stupid that I'm more sensitive? Because I don't even know if that's true, you know? I don't know if when you feel more deeply and when you just care more and take things to your heart, does it mean that you are more sensitive, or does that just mean that you're more in touch with yourself and that your overall awareness is way more educated than someone else's? Because I don't know, I sometimes have the feeling that this modern world is trying to make indifferent people out of us. And that makes someone like me questioning my existence literally on a daily basis, because I'm just always wondering, like, why am I so sensitive? Why do I take things to my heart? Am I weird? Am I a pussy? Am I like weak? Because I feel deeply and I don't know, care. Because it can become very depressing, honestly speaking, because I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing at all in life and in my existence here. And I'm literally like an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes I feel so sad and I can just cry, like tears are literally pouring out of my eyes, and then half an hour later I'm happy and I'm smiling. And sometimes I feel almost like I'm behaving like a child, and that hurts. Like, I don't know why it's such a like painful criticism to be seen as a child. I mean, isn't that the most pure version of a human being, to be like a child? Not saying to behave like a child in every situation, obviously, as we become older, participating in this physical reality, a sense of maturity is needed. But to make that clear, I only mean that right now when I say childlike behavior isn't that the goal. I mean that how we see the world, how we approach things, because sometimes I feel like that this adulthood and this maturity thing takes away everything. Like, literally, it takes away our curiosity, our spark, our purity, because we just constantly think and try to control our reactions and ourselves. I mean, stoicism is a thing, right? So we always try to control our emotions, try to control our reactions. But why? Like, why are we so obsessed with constantly controlling how we feel and constantly trying to well control our reactions to certain things in order to not show vulnerabilities? Like, I don't understand. I mean, years ago I was the same. Like, I was literally so indifferent and into this stoicism, and I just wanted to not show other people how I feel until it all felt like I'm just, I don't know, faking my entire identity and existence. Like, I don't know, it almost seems like, yes, I agree to a degree that we are only in control of our thoughts. But on the other side, why do we need to control our thoughts and emotions all the time? I mean, if they're negative, of course, it's great to develop a positive mindset and everything, but why is it not accepted to be a human? Why is it not accepted to react freely without thinking? Why is this seen as childish? Because childish only exists if there's a past and a future and not just a present eternal moment, you know? And sure, we evolve and grow with our experiences and all the things we learn in life and things like that, but I don't know, sometimes I feel I am not allowed anymore to be a human. I always have to have everything under control, and I always have to react as an adult. Like, I cannot show how I really feel. I cannot express how I really feel in a moment where I just want to cry. Like it's not like that. I cannot just cry on the spot, because then I'm a child and I am, yeah. But at one point I was not saying proud of it in like an ego way, but I was maybe, yeah, let's just use this word. There's not any other word coming to my mind right now. Proud that I allow myself to be, simply to be, and not constantly trying to control and to plan and to say what I know needs to be said and done, and just, I mean, what is this? I feel so captivated then. I feel so empty. I feel like my existence is meaningless when I don't allow myself to show what I feel. And I also think that, as I already said, this training of controlling ourselves, our emotions, our thoughts is also like a construct of the Matrix. Unfortunately, the Matrix like programs us very like dependingly and very manipulated, but we can obviously switch that and like build a wall around us and increase our awareness so that it cannot get us anymore. But I still believe that no matter how high we raise our awareness, we can still control our emotions and our reactions, or we just let it flow. Unfortunately, if you are someone who is emotional and sensitive and feels deeply and a lot, and you just let it flow, other people are overwhelmed with a real human being. They don't know how to handle it. That's what I realized. They really don't, because our society is not programmed like that. Like everything needs to be, like you need to foresee everything. Everything needs to be kind of the same. Everything needs to be easily manageable. And I think that's why society taught us to control everything and to suppress everything, to become as much of a blank paper as possible, so that people can predict us. Like, because if you raise and educate people all the same way and you punish them for rebelling against it, then you can put them in groups, right? So the regular average group, you know, okay, they will not act out, they will suppress, they will suffer in silence, they will be exactly as expected, and then you know what to work with. But those rebels who don't take BS and programming, you cannot predict them, and they scare you and they make you feel uncomfortable because you have never dealt with such a wild soul, you know, because it is, or it can be very intriguing if for the first time in your life you are with a real person, because you cannot predict the behavior, because every single time it's different, you know. There's not that much repetitive behaviors, unless it's like a trauma or something, or a habit, obviously, then there is. But if not, then every day is a new day, and what you felt today, yesterday, doesn't mean that you will feel this today, you know. I mean, of course, if it's love, then it's different, but I'm just saying that I feel real human beings just act out of the state of how they're feeling in that moment, and that is not something that is supported by society. All the books are against it, like control your emotions, control this and that. But I always feel like that they're just projecting their desperate need for control over us onto us. Obviously, if a human being tries to control himself, it can also be easily controlled, though it seems contradictory. But anyways, I just want you, if you watch this video and you feel alone often, and you feel so sensitive and easily overwhelmed, and just like you don't belong here, like you don't know where your tribe is, you always feel like no one understands you, like I feel the same. I just honestly, almost no day passes where I'm asking myself, like, what am I doing on earth? What's my calling? What's my purpose? Like, please God help me, like I don't know what to do with my time on earth. I don't want to just waste it. I want to get out of this sadness, and I want to feel more joy in my life, you know. And yeah, I don't know, I just always pray that the world will change and that more people awake and reconnect, and I don't know, that we just allow us to be. I mean, maybe then there would be chaos for a while, but I mean, isn't there chaos already? Isn't there so much hate? Isn't there so much injustice? Isn't there so much war already? Like, yeah, I don't know which type of chaos is worse. The chaos of suffering, suppressing, dependency and manipulation, or the chaos of breaking free, finding oneself, reconnecting to nature and to the own soul. You know, I think we should think about which chaos we believe is worth it, our time and energy here on earth, and I think the answer is pretty clear. So yeah, these are my thoughts. I cried my eyes out over the phone for, I don't know, an hour or so. Spoke with a friend and my brother, and yeah, they also really encouraged me, by the way, to just continue sharing how I feel here, because they told me that, especially my brother, because he suffers from panic attacks a lot, and he said, like, honestly, Jen, I sometimes just Google on YouTube, I Google for like panic attacks, and then I just listen to other people talking about their panic attacks and their stories, and it really calms me down. So yeah, I hope if you have a sensitive heart and you hear this, you feel less alone, and you feel like you're perfectly fine the way you are, and that the pain also carries the beauty of awareness and the beauty of a deeply connected life. And I think that's beautiful. I mean, just imagine you're 90 years old right now, and you look back on your life. Would you rather remember all the pain and the beauty and all the feelings you felt, or would you like to look back on your life and just felt nothing? I think the answer here is also clear. So breathe and know that your heart will be heard and loved and protected, and don't close it. Thank you.